I am so excited to be bringing you another Vlogmas video. I have so enjoyed making all of these Christmassy videos this year. It has been a lot of fun to just get to document the different things that me and my family have gotten up to that we love to do every year, and some kind of new things this year as well. And also Christmas is just my favorite time of year, so just getting to, you know, talk about Christmas things and show you the Christmas things that I enjoy has been a lot of fun. So now we are at the point, I'm filming this on the 22nd. I'm not sure when I'm putting this up over the course of the next couple days, but I'm filming this on the 22nd, and I just can't believe that it's the 22nd. Like, this month seems like it has flown by. Like, I have no idea where it went. It's crazy, but I think that kind of happens every year. But this year especially, it just seems like it went very, very fast. Today, I am going to be showing you my Christmas tree tour. The tour of all the Christmas trees that we have here in the house. I have talked about wanting to make a video like this for a while because I've mentioned, and I've put up on my Instagram stories before, the fact that we have actually 5 different trees that we do in our house. This is a huge collection of things that my parents have had over the years, and some trees that are specifically like my trees, like my Disney tree, which I'll get to, and everything that you know, I've collected for over the years. A lot of the pieces have very significant meanings and everything, so I'm excited to share some of those stories as well throughout this tour. So let's get right into it. So yes, we put up 5 different Christmas trees. We usually start November 1st, just like Disney World, right after Halloween, day after Halloween. There was even one year that me and my mom had off on Halloween, and we were like starting to bring up stuff then, even on Halloween. I always remember that. Like, yeah, we were like, we're just ready for Christmas. That's how we always are. So the 5 trees that we have, the first one is, we consider this the crystal tree. This is the main tree that is in our family room. So this one, my mom has pretty much collected these pieces for years. Pretty much like since her and my dad got married, they've collected these crystal pieces. And then this one also is like, it's not just crystal, that's the majority of it, so that's kind of the theme. But because this is our main tree in our family room, this also has like all of the significant family ornaments as well, so I'll get into showing you that, like, you know, special things. Like, there's some things around the side here that are like the ornaments that I made in preschool and in kindergarten, you know, like those little crafts. So there's also the significant things on here as well. Then the next tree is my tree, which is my Disney tree, which I started the Disney tree when I was maybe like 13 years old, 13, 14. So it's 10, it would be like 10 years old now. Yeah, if that's correct, it would be like 10 years now that I've been collecting for the Disney tree. And I love all the pieces that I have on there. Of course, as you know, anything Disney. So, you know, when I had this idea in my mind that I wanted to start making a Disney tree over the years, you know, oftentimes when we go on our trips, that's like a souvenir that I'll bring back. Like, I'll add another ornament or two to my collection. Also, I've gotten gifts over the years. My parents have bought me for various Christmases Disney ornaments, so that one has been, you know, a growing collection over the years, which has been very exciting. The next tree is a tree that my mom started like probably before her and my dad were married, maybe like a year or so before. My parents got married in '89, so like about around that time frame was when my mom started collecting for the Barbie tree. If you've seen before the Hallmark Barbie ornaments that Hallmark does, every year they put out a new Barbie girl, and my mom has collected them for over 30 years now. And we now have an entire tree that is nothing but Barbie, and it has a Barbie angel on the top of it, and it is like every girl's dream. So that's that tree. Then I have another tree that is mine that I started when I was like maybe like, I was in like elementary school when I started this tree. It is the critter tree. Now, the critter tree has a very interesting kind of meaning and backstory, and I'll put up the little, I took a picture when I was decorating the tree this year of the paper that I found in one of the ornament boxes that kind of tells the history of the critter ornaments. The critter ornaments come from the Brandywine River Museum, which is a kind of local art museum for us around here in the area. Every year they have volunteer artisans that come in and make critter ornaments, make like little animals out of all natural materials. So they use pieces of, you know, eggshells, pine cones that they find like in the woodland areas around the museum there, acorns, dried flowers, different dried plant, like everything is natural. And the pieces are so beautiful. And I fell in love with the critter ornaments, seeing them like going to the museum in like elementary school, and wanted to start a collection. And so we've gone down pretty frequently throughout the years, and every so often I'll like add to my collection of critter ornaments. And yeah, we have that tree is currently displayed in our kitchen, and I have like a taller, skinnier tree for that, and it's getting pretty full. So eventually I may even be able to upgrade that one to like a more full-size tree, which is very, very exciting. Now, the fifth and final tree is one that I just like officially started last year, and it is my travel tree. So when I've been the past couple years here, fun fact, I no longer do, but I used to work for a travel company. I am no longer a travel agent, full disclaimer. I am no longer involved in that field, but during my time in that business, I did get to travel a lot of different places. Like I have my cruise vlogs here on my channel. I took those cruises through the company that I was working with. I've been to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. I have those vlogs here on my channel as well. So I've gotten to, you know, go a lot of, you know, very cool and interesting places. And when I was at those locations, I kind of felt inspired to, you know, I was like, I want to start getting ornaments specific to the places that I go. So it started, you know, I just had like a few, you know, ornaments. So I would either put them like here on our family's main tree, or I would like stick them somewhere on the Disney tree, even though they weren't Disney, but it was just like, I needed a place to put them. And it was last year that I went down in the basement and found we had a like more smaller, kind of skinnier tree, and I was like, I'm going to make the travel tree deemed an official tree. And so that's what I did. I went down and I got that. And so last year was the first year that I put up the travel tree, and now that it's a sanctioned thing, every place that I've traveled this past year and this year, I've been like on the hunt for ornaments everywhere that I go. Like it's now a thing. I can say I have a travel tree. So different destinations that I go to, even if they're like close by, I like, you know, consider it a travel destination. And, you know, I've been collecting ornaments from those places. That's my newest tree, and I'm really excited about it because it's actually something, when I was on one of my trips, it was the cruise that I took, it would have been in 2018, my very first cruise ever was on the Celebrity Infinity, and we stopped in Nassau, Bahamas, which, yeah, that would have been my first time like ever out of the country, was in the port in Nassau. And I remember getting I was buying some ornaments from one of the gift shops there, and there was a couple in front of me, and got to talking to them, and I remember they said something, they were like, oh yeah, start right now, start young. They were like, we have an entire tree that this is, you know, they said our tree at home is mainly filled up with like the places that we go. You know, it's a nice, meaningful souvenir to bring back from the destinations that you visit, that you will absolutely, you know, use year after year. And when you put it up, you remember that trip. And like hearing them say that, I was like, wow, yeah, like I need to do that. And I had already kind of been thinking about it, but then that was the point that like drove it home. I was like, yeah, I need to always buy an ornament, different destinations that I go to. Okay, so let's go right into starting to tour. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys the overview of, here is our family room with the crystal tree. This is our main tree. And this is also the tree that houses our Christmas village underneath of it. This is something that we are extremely proud of. My mom loves our Christmas village. We all love our Christmas village, but this is really, you know, my mom's work of art down here that she has, you know, established and been putting up for years. And really, we love to make like really intricate scenes with all the characters and everything. So that is our Christmas village. But yes, here is our Christmas tree, our crystal tree, and our very special angel on the top there. This came from a Christmas craft bazaar at our church several years ago. It was like the old church before we moved, I'm pretty sure. And we've been in this house since I was in kindergarten, so that gives you an idea of how many years we've had that angel with us. And I'm just gonna go like a little bit of an overview and kind of explain some different pieces of significance here within the tree. You can see, so like I said, this is the crystal tree for a reason. We have a lot of different crystal pieces like this. There's a crystal pineapple, crystal bells, crystal train, crystal birds, different things, and you're gonna really love where these came from. So the majority of these crystal ornaments here on this tree actually came from Walt Disney World. So my mom has told me that when her and my dad were first married and they were taking several trips as a couple to Walt Disney World, they would always buy these crystal ornaments. That there was actually a shop, I'm pretty sure it's now like the Erebus Brothers crystal shop on Main Street, but my mom said there was a store on Main Street that had like all these gorgeous crystal ornaments, and most of them are not, they have nothing to do with Disney. Like I was just showing, there's like a train, there's, you know, birds, you know, cats, like just like different things that it's not even specifically Disney, but it was just being sold in one of the Main Street gift shops. So I've always thought that that is so special. Like even though it's not Disney, it's still Disney, you know, like it came from Disney. So I think that's really cool about our crystal tree. And here is a baby bassinet. I'm pretty sure that one came once I was in the picture. And then this right here, this is actually a more recent addition in recent years, that these come from the shop in Germany in Epcot, the Christmas shop. They have an artisan that does these glass blown ornaments. I have some of these on my Disney tree as well. I have 2 of them. Love these. They are so, so beautiful. There's another one of those crystal pieces there, the rocking horse. There's a swan. I'm just kind of gonna give a overview. There's like these baskets with flowers in it, these crystal things. All of these I'm sure were the ones that came from Disney too. I think my mom has told me before. These cats in a basket, love that. And then as I'm scrolling here, like I said, this is also just like our tree where we have different significant pieces, like trips that we've been on together. So this is from the Epcot Food and Wine Festival 2013. So you see we also just have like different things that are meaningful to the family as well. We have our Germany pickle, which came from the Germany pavilion in Epcot. Another crystal peacock. We have 2 of them there. I didn't realize we have 2 of them. You see, I'm learning new things too. We have this crystal pot. It reminds me of like Mrs. Potts. I think that was another Disney one. And then this, of course, is just, like I said, we have different significant things that mean something to us, to our family. We have Clark Griswold here lighting his house. My favorite Christmas comedy movie is hands down Christmas Vacation. I have to watch it every single year. The one-liners that are in that, we say those all the time. Like it's so quotable, that movie. We constantly quote it. We also have here, you can see, it's a Disney ornament. So we do have, these came from various trips, so there is some Disney pieces on this tree as well. We have more crystal pieces here. This crystal crab, I love. This came from St. Michael's in Maryland. We love the town of St. Michael's. I have some vlogs here on my channel of our trips to St. Michael's. It is such a cute town. It's kind of like the northerner version of Key West, St. Michael's. That's how I would describe it. We all love that town so much. And so yeah, this came from, they have a Christmas shop there in the like town of St. Michael's. And this came from that Christmas shop. And it's a crab, so it's like just very much like reminds us of the Chesapeake Bay. Here is an ornament from one of my parents' very first Christmases. How sweet is that? We have another crystal with a cardinal in here. These are very, very significant. Oh, there's a crystal Christmas tree. This right here is our baby, our Mickey. Everybody knows and loves Mickey. He has his own little fan club here on the channel. But yeah, so we have our Mickey, and then this was also our doggy that we had for many, many years. This is Buster, And Buster was actually around before I was around. He was 2 years older than me, and we had him for, my family had him for 16 years, and he was the best baby. Such an amazing dog, my first puppy. We love our Buster. So he's here right alongside of Mickey. Then we also have another ornament for Mickey that says best cat and has his cute little picture. Isn't he adorable? Then you see we have some of these like filler, like these are meant to look like crystal but aren't actually crystal. They're more like a plastic, but they make the best kind of like just filler pieces. Once we always get everything on the tree, we always come back through with, we have a bunch of these that we then put to like kind of add. Once again, with kind of having some more like comical things in the mix as well, we have the eggnog mousse glass from my favorite, Christmas Vacation again. We have crystal candles and angels, crystal sleigh, crystal bells. This right here, this gumball machine and this hat have a very significant meaning because one of my parents' very first Christmases, this was like back when they were real tree people, they went and cut down their Christmas tree, and there was a like shop, like Christmas shop there at the tree lot, and they wanted to get just some random little fun ornaments, and for some reason they were attracted to, they always say they were just like, this is just funny that they were, out of everything, they were attracted to this little hat and this gumball machine. So it has a special significant meaning. Then there's some more crystal things, and back there, of course, you got Cousin Eddie's RV, because Cousin Eddie's like the best character in Christmas Vacation, let's be honest. Gotta love Cousin Eddie. Then we have just some more kind of random, just nice ornaments that we've had over the years, more crystal. This is a Hallmark one that, I don't know what year this came out, but I can remember it all the way back into like when I would have been like a very small child. I remember seeing this on the tree and playing with it because the Santa Claus actually like goes around. You can make him fly around the house. And yet, like I said, I think this was a Hallmark ornament from some year, and it's just very iconic for me. I always love seeing this on our tree. This is a recent addition. I just got this made this year from an app called Free Prince Gifts, and every month you can get like a different gift sent, like you just pay for shipping. In November, it was that you got a free like photo ornament, and I got this one made with our little Mickey. That was him last Christmas, sitting waiting to open presents. He knows what presents mean and sees them and gets like so excited, like he has to, like he's like, come on people, like let's go, let's like get this started, because he knows once presents start being unwrapped, usually there's a lot of things for him as well to play with. Like he understands the concept of presents, which is so sweet. So we have some more crystal ballet shoes, crystal ballerina, this beautiful Santa right here. Here we go, here's one of the significant ornaments. This was from me in preschool. Oh my goodness. And now I'm a preschool teaching assistant, so it's kind of like come full circle. And speaking of that, this is one of my students' ornaments that she made me this year and signed her name on the side there. It's very, very cute. So I have this all kind of in this little back corner of these special ornaments. This was me in kindergarten. I can still remember like making this ornament, and I've always loved crafts. So yeah, that was me in kindergarten there. And I'm pretty sure there's some more, like that would have been in some school project. The same with all these. These were all like, you know, the different grade school years. There's another, I think that was like 2nd or 3rd grade probably. Going all the way back through the years here. Then we have some more fun ones, like look, the Mystery Machine. My dad and I have always been big Scooby-Doo fans, so I think this was something we got my dad last year for Christmas, if I'm remembering correctly. It was a recent Christmas. I think it was last year. We have some more crystal here. I've always liked this one, this crystal mailbox. Crystal mailbox with a little bird right there. And just some different really beautiful like glass pieces. We have, like I said, we had our poodle Buster for many years, and we have this crystal poodle
Also these crystal dolphins. I think this might have also been one from St. Michael's. I'm pretty sure. I think I may have actually bought that for my mom for one Christmas from that Christmas store. We also have some filler of these candy cane ornaments. I was obsessed with making these as a kid. Where you take the beaded like candy cane. That's kind of a tradition in our family that I can always remember making them as a small child. I have a crystal clock tower here. And this crystal ornament that actually has a spot in it that you put a Christmas light up inside to light it up. This pole, I think that this barber pole also is one of the random ones that my parents got on one of their first Christmases from the tree lot. They had a very interesting style, as they said, and yeah, now they're just like super significant. There's one that came from Hershey. I could probably go put that on my travel tree at some point because that's from Hershey, Pennsylvania. And it has my name. I've had that for absolute years. I've always remembered seeing that on our tree. Look at how cute this is, the wishing well crystal. And Mickey's coming to be in the video. I hear him meowing. Mickey, we're filming a video. Yeah. Mickey is very, very good when it comes to the Christmas trees and like leaving them alone. I know some cats like to climb in trees and, you know, cause a bunch of mischief. Mickey's always been very good. Occasionally something will like get into him though. Like the other night he like came over here and just like randomly started like hitting at people, and we're like, really? Like you never do that. Like just every once in a while, but for the most part he's very, very good and doesn't like pay that much interest to the Christmas tree, other than sometimes he'll like to climb all the way back very gently, mind you. He'll like traipse back there very gently, not knocking anything over, and like just sleep. It's really cute. We have a crystal carousel that has the horses going around it. The baby grand piano there. A fan. Another Disney ornament. We have Christmas packages there. A hummingbird. Another little basket. This was my very first Christmas as a baby. My first Christmas ornament. This crystal palm tree too, I think this also came from St. Michael's, I'm pretty sure. And then another ornament that I've gotten for my parents before, this was one that I picked up in Nassau, Bahamas during my cruise. I was getting a bunch of these. They had a local artisan that was like hand painting them, and I just thought they were so, so cool. I have some of these on my travel tree as well, but I was getting some like for myself, some for my family, some for gifts for people. Thought they were so pretty. This one also came from St. Michael's, and I love it because it has a blue crab painted in there, and also it is in an actual oyster shell. Isn't that amazing? And the actual pearl. I love this so much. Another one of those crystal palm trees. This has to be one of my favorite ornaments. I love this so much. The simplicity of it, just a clamshell with a pearl in it. So pretty. There's a hat down there. There's another baby's first Christmas ornament. This was just from this year at Clearwater Beach. Like I said, we have that, there was the app that you could get a free ornament, and my mom got that one. That was us in Clearwater Beach this past October when we were just down in Florida. Here is a crystal little baby binky there. That also came from one of my first Christmases, I'm pretty sure. And there's my parents, our first Christmas together, 1989, when they first got married. We have up here a Noah's Ark ornament, Santa's sleigh in crystal, crystal Santa Claus, the Griswold's station wagon. We have a crystal butterfly there, some more of those filler like crystal pieces. I'll come back around this way and show you. I have a crystal dove, a crystal basket there. So yes, I hope I kind of was just like going at different sections and pointing out different things of significance, and hopefully I've caught everything right here. Also, I just noticed this. This is from, pretty sure maybe we got this in Kitchen Kettle or someplace, but look, it's kind of like significant to where we live. It's an Amish buggy to represent Pennsylvania. Oh wait, and how can I forget this? This also came from Walt Disney World at some point. My mom's had this one for years. It is a castle, and she said that this also came from that place on Main Street. I also kind of remember her telling me that there was a place in Disney Springs that had crystal ornaments years ago. So yeah, that's where a lot of these have come from. So yeah, I've kind of just been going at this at random, and still it's like I look at things, I'm like, oh wait, did I talk about that? Did I talk about that? So that's my overview of this tree. Hopefully I've hit everything. I'm pretty sure I have. So as I mentioned, we love our Christmas village set that we have. And this is something that my mom is very proud of, that she has done for years, and I love helping her make this every year, and we do different, you know, scenes throughout it. Mickey, what are you saying? Are you coming to show? Yeah, you're coming to show it too? And we always divide it up where we have like Mickey's tail is just like in the shot. Hi. Mickey. We always divide it up where we say this is like the town side, which has like all the shops and restaurants and businesses, and then that over there is the residential side that has all of the homes. And we have this Bedford Falls sign that my dad made several years back. This has always been around for as long as I can remember, and it's Bedford Falls from It's a Wonderful Life. And we have our skaters right here in the pond. We have the theater over here. And yeah, we always like having all these different scenes. Like you see there's like a couple walking with their skates, like they're coming towards the skating rink. The marquee advertising for the shows here at the theater. We have these two that look like they're buying tickets from the ticket window. Back here, Mickey. You're so funny. You want to show everyone the village? So yeah, back here we have this restaurant. Here's some little people out front of the restaurant that just had a nice meal there. There's lots of little animals scattered throughout our village. There's like a kitty cat. And there's a kitty cat being Godzilla in the village, as we call it when he does this. What are you doing, Mick? But yeah, I've always been obsessed with this restaurant, the way it has like the glass, like outdoor part to it. Over here is the church, and we have the nativity right outside of the church. We have some carolers. And then back here, we have the winery, which even has a little mini vineyard out front of it. And there's a guy back there that has some packages, like he just came out buying some Christmas gifts in the winery. We have a town clock back here. Hi, Mickey. And look, even back behind this restaurant, there's some raccoons in trash cans. So yeah, we like to have nice, fun little details like that. And then over this way, we have the town Christmas tree. Little river flowing into the frozen pond. There's people on this bridge, and gazebo back here with Santa Claus and some kids bringing presents. More carolers. We have a carriage coming into town. And then this right here is the cheese shop, which you can see in the window actually has like cheeses and everything displayed, which I think is really cool. And now this kind of transitions us over into the residential side. Mickey, what are you doing? You're like obsessed with the camera right now. Yeah, say I'm the star. I'm the star. So we have our first house here, which has a little doggy hiding over there. A man walking his dog. And this house is always one of my favorites because it's fiber optic and actually like changes colors. I kind of think this is like the Griswold house, the house that went all out. And there's another puppy back there. This fence even has a kitty cat sleeping on it, like you. Yeah. Some more homes with more kitties hiding on there. We make sure that every house has a pet as part of it. That's what we like to do when we make our village scenes. Hi, Mick. Back there, you can see we have some kids sledding down the hill. We have a couple back there sitting in a gazebo. A dog walker right here walking lots of doggies. Another carriage. Looks like they're heading into town. And then all the way back here we even have some deer in a little forest.
Yeah, so that is pretty much the overview of the main tree. So let's go ahead in and let's do the Disney tree next. So right in here, this is like our office room in here. We have my Disney tree. I am so proud of this tree. I love my Disney collection. And we usually always, like the main tree, we always do that village underneath, but the Disney tree is one that year from year we kind of do different things with it in terms of like a village. Some years we don't really do anything. Other years we kind of experiment with different stuff. This year we wanted to try to make like a full-on Disney village, and I got out my monorail set and my different castle pieces that I've had collected from over the years. My contemporary right here. So we've actually made a legit Christmas Disney village, and I'm very, very excited about it. So yeah, I guess that's just a good place to start for the tour. So this Cinderella castle, this I've had for years. I got this in my very first trip to Disney World in kindergarten. It was like the souvenir that I saw in all the gift shops that I kept like begging for, that I wanted so bad, was this Cinderella castle. And my parents treated me to this and sent it home, had it shipped back home here because there was no room in our luggage, obviously, for this thing. But yeah, I was so obsessed with this. Every gift shop we went in, I just would see it and would get so excited. So you can see a lot of the people that we have all came, like all the Disney couples came from this castle set. And then some of the newer ones, like we have like Flynn and Rapunzel and so like some of the newer movies, those came from, I do have a Disneyland castle downstairs. I didn't have room to put it in the village this year, maybe another year, but that's where some of those characters came from, was the Disneyland castle that I've got more recently. Also, I have no idea where this came from, like when this was produced, but this was like a childhood kind of toy of mine. That is the Beauty and the Beast castle. So I have this here with the little Belle and Beast down there. And then just some random things, like this carriage came with the Cinderella castle, and the wishing well did. This came from some other like Disney playset that I discovered in the basement. So I put that out here. So we have our little Cinderella castle. Then I have my Tree of Life, which I got a couple years ago when I was planning to want to make a Disney village. There's the Tree of Life. And back around this way, the Tree of Life came with this safari Jeep, which has a Mickey and Minnie. Looks like they're on safari. Minnie looks like a veterinary tech there. They have a lion in the back seat. And then there's this lion, of course, too, that wants to be in that. This is more so, I think he can like tell that these are more like, I don't know, like toys, like something he would play with. This is kind of the one that you like to bat around this stuff, don't you? You like to get in this village, and stuff is always knocked over around here. And his absolute favorite thing, I'll have to insert footage of, he loves that monorail and chases it around and stalks it as it goes around the track. He sticks his head through the contemporary here, which is hysterical. It
cracks us up every time he does that. So yeah, he's obsessed with the Disney Village. Mickey! Oh my goodness. Mickey, what is that you're doing in the contemporary? Oh my goodness. Here it comes, Meg. Mickey, you're missing it. Yeah. Where'd it go? Mickey. Okay, so let's just begin now with the tree tour of each one of the ornaments. Also, these are our Larry Dotson paintings that we've had for years. We are trying to collect every single one of the World Showcase pavilions. I think now we have these. This is not the only place that we have them in our homes. I think we're only missing maybe 1 or 2 countries at this point. Love Larry Dotson's work. He's an amazing, amazing artist that works with Disney. Okay, so to start with the ornaments here, these are ones that I got pretty soon after I started my Disney tree. Haunted Mansion is one of my favorite Disney attractions of all time, so I wanted to get something significant of the Haunted Mansion. So when Disney came out with these singing bust ornaments, I knew I had to get them. So I have all 5 of the singing bust right there clustered together. Then you'll see a lot of, I have as like filler for the tree. Disney had sold these sleeves of like Mickey ornaments like this, like little mini ones. And they had a couple different sets. Like this one came from, it was like the princess set. So it's kind of more of like a princessy theme. And there's some that are just like classic colors, some that are more like pattern. I have like 3 sleeves of these, so there's a lot of these as filler on the tree. Then this, I absolutely love. My parents got me this a couple years ago to add to my collection. It came as a pack of 4. They were selling this in the parks, and I love it because it looks like those old-fashioned like cutout ornaments, you know, that have the cutout in the middle. So that is one of those. I call it like the vintage Disney bauble there. These guys came from the Disney store various years. There's the Jiminy Cricket, there's a Scrooge McDuck. This is, I think, one of the more recent ornaments that I've ever gotten. It is the Riviera Resort Mickey and Minnie. The first time that I visited the Riviera Resort, I had to pick this up because I love the fact that it's like they're traveling and he's holding his suitcase and it just looks like they're heading off on an adventure. It's really, really cute. This right here is some fun throwback Disney history. It's the Sorcerer hat. Everyone remembers when the Sorcerer hat was at Hollywood Studios as the icon. And I love the fact that I have this ornament because it's now gone. Like, it's now history. This is Disney history right here. So this came in, I got one set from the Disney parks a couple years ago. Well, you can see how many years ago it was based on this. And it had all of the park icons. So this was obviously the icon for Hollywood Studios. I got this Flynn and Rapunzel ornament right here, which I love the way when this, like, the light is behind it, the way that it like shines. It looks really nice. This came from Kohl's. I also have the matching Minnie Mouse one. Yeah, this was at Kohl's a couple years ago, and I think I actually got it like after the holidays, so I got it on clearance. Always love a good deal. There's another one of those like filler ornaments right there. And then there's a lot of different significant pieces on here as well that you know, are Disney but have meaning to them, like signify different trips or times of my life. So this came actually from my high school graduation. My parents got this for me, yeah, the year that I graduated high school, and it's this Mickey, and he's in like a sparkly cap and gown, which I love. Another one of those, this was in that set of the like vintage looking ornaments, as I refer to it. Right here, this is just like one of those, you know, I call it like the fancier Disney ornaments. This I got, this was a Disney Parks one. It may have come from the shop at Disney Springs, the Yield Christmas shop, or it was pretty much sold all across the property the year that they had that. They may actually still have something like that. I really like this one. And they also had it in that red color, which is the one that my mom has on the main tree that I had just showed. We have some more like filler Disney ornaments. This came from Hallmark a couple years ago, and it's like, it reminds me of the Flower and Garden Festival. Daisy Duck there, watering a little flower. Hallmark did this collection where they had like all 4 seasons, like a different character, and so this was supposed to be the springtime one. And then I also have up here a Donald Duck that came from that Hallmark collection, that it's like a Thanksgiving Donald, so that's meant to be more like fall. So it's like fall and then like spring. This Sorcerer Mickey right here that I have, this came from that collection of the like park icons, I'm pretty sure, like the one that I got all those, like the sorcerer hat and the different theme park icons. I think this Mickey was in that set. I have right there's Happy. This was a Disney Store one. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit also came from the Disney Store a couple years ago. This Dumbo and the Tinkerbell up here were both Disney parks from that Icon park set that I got a couple years ago. There's another one of my filler Mickey baubles there. This is one that I absolutely adore. I got this. This was one of the kind of first ones that I got for my Disney tree. Came from the Disney parks several years ago. It looks like a poinsettia, which is just amazing, because I always love how Disney decorates with so many poinsettias. That's like their thing, you know, they just do like the carpeting of poinsettias. So every time I see this, I kind of think of that. I think of like the Grand Floridian with, you know, all the poinsettias around the grounds, or the poinsettia trees in Epcot. Then I also, a couple years ago from the Disney parks, they came out with a transportation Disney ornament collection. And how amazing is this? It's the old style of tram that used to take you around from the parking lot at all the Disney parks, and has like an actual car. It looks like he's riding in the tram. I just think this is so cute. And he's wearing mouse ears, or I guess she, because it's Minnie Mouse ears. This right here is all the Disney gang in a hot air balloon. This came from the Disney Store. My parents got me this for Christmas one year, and it's just so cute. Look at them all. It's Mickey and the gang. It reminds me of like the balloon at Disney Springs or something. Characters in flight. This was also in that Hallmark collection of like the different seasons. Minnie Mouse is here representing summer. That's where I got that one from. Then, like I pointed out on the main tree in there, these are the glass blown ornaments that came from the Germany pavilion in Epcot. And yeah, I have 2 of these on my tree here. This one is really, I hadn't really ever seen one like this there in the pavilion. I love that they're all one of a kind, you know, because it's how the artisan like creates it. Like it's there, each one is different. It's just the nature of this type of ornament. And so it has like purple and greens in it. So I thought that was really pretty. And then the other one that I have down here has more like yellows and blues and greens, kind of like multicolors, which I also like, because yellow is my favorite color. So like that's why I think this was the first one that I picked up of this. And then a few years later I got that one because I was just so attracted to this with like all the yellow tones in it. So yeah, I feel like I'm kind of jumping around here. I kind of gotta like pick sections and like keep going around. Here was another one from one of those icon sets that they sold in the Disney parks, a train. This is a new addition here. It's the Skyliner bucket. Look at that. They came out with, when they made this, they had like 4 of them. It was like this one, the classic one. This one is like the classic one because it has, you know, the Mickey and Minnie on it. Then I think they also had a Star Wars one, a Toy Story one, and a Haunted Mansion, I want to say, was what they came out with. I ideally would have like wanted to buy them all, but you know, I was being budget friendly, so I wanted to go with this right here, the classic. I figured, you know, can't go wrong with the classic. Here's another piece that I adore. It is Ariel with her statue of Eric in her grotto. And she's just like looking at him like, oh, he's so dreamy. This came from the Disney store probably like 5-6 years ago, maybe even longer. Then I have this Mickey Mouse. This came from the parks, and I want to say that this was one of the first ornaments that I got as well. This is maybe like 8 or 9 years old, I want to say. I've got a monorail there from the transportation set that I talked about. This came from the Disney store, my Olaf chilling on the sand. We also used this in, if you watched our float making video, we used him. Got some more filler ornaments there. Food and Wine Festival with Figment, that was from 2016, Chef Figment. Figment is one of my favorite Disney characters because he's like the Disney park character, you know what I mean? So I've always had a thing for Figment ever since I went on my very first trip to Disney World in kindergarten. I bought a Figment plush that I still have to this day. And Figment has just been my guy ever since. We have a Princess Aurora right here. Spaceship Earth. The transportation bus. Back here, this is a Disney Starbucks cup. I actually have 2 of these, and then I have the You Are Here ones as well. But this one is like for, you know, this is the cold beverage style Starbucks cup. And then also, I'll have to find it here on the tree. Oh, here it is, it's down here. This one is the then hot beverage cup for the Disney parks. And those I bought right around the time, to tell you how old those are, that was around the time when Starbucks first got introduced into the Disney parks. They came out with those that year. Then there's Spaceship Earth from the Icon collection. This over here is from my first trip to Disneyland in 2010. There was that Minnie Mouse one that came from Kohl's a couple years ago. This came from the Disney store and is one of my favorites because it is an animator Mickey. It reminds me of the Animation Academy and I love it so much. You can see he is drawing Chip and Dale. Chip or Dale, one of them. One of the chipmunks he's drawing. Then we've had this one my mom gifted me. I don't know where it came from, but she had it for years, and when I started my Disney tree, she gifted it to me to put on here. And then also, if you see, I have a bunch of like this style Disney princesses, and these, I think my mom got these for me like when I was very, very, very young. And we originally always put them up on the Barbie doll tree, and then when I started my Disney tree, we transferred them over to here. So there's a lot of those. You see there's another one, Princess Jasmine, that came from that set. And these are so pretty. They came out of like this storybook. Like that's what they get stored in, is like this beautiful Disney Princess storybook. Here's a 2017 Minnie Mouse that I think was a gift to us from somebody. This came from like a craft fair around here. Somebody made like a film strip Mickey thing, so I had to get that. Got just like some random little Princess Belle. There is the Tree of Life from that Icon collection that I had. There was the 2016 Mickey. That was another gift somebody gave us. One of those vintage set collections like I had talked about. There's the Snow White from that princess set that I had. Here's like the little Star Wars section. I like the tree to be random, but then sometimes I do have like some little like theme sections. This, I don't know where this came from, but I've had this Darth Vader for a while. I think that was a gift that somebody gave, maybe my dad or something, and he gave that to me to put on the Disney tree. This came from, I just put up a vlog from Kitchen Kettle Village. This came from the Christmas shop at Kitchen Kettle Village, and look at it. It looks like a snowflake, but it's the Millennium Falcon. And I bought this last year, like right after Galaxy's Edge opened, and I had just gone to it, so that's very significant for me. And then this I got on, pretty sure I picked this up on opening day when I was in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge last year in 2019. It says Black Spire Outpost down there. I just love the way that it looked like, you know, the actual land itself with the Millennium Falcon taking off or landing, one of the two. Here's a Princess Aurora from that Disney princess set that I have. This back here I got from the parks a couple years ago, and I remember it was like a limited edition thing, and I just love that. Look, it's like Rapunzel there. There they are. And then over here, this came out around the time of like New Fantasyland. So look, it has Ariel and the castle. I just thought this was so pretty. Yeah, and it was like right around that New Fantasyland time. I just thought the artwork was so cool on it. So yeah, I grabbed that. This right here was from our Disneyland trip in 2017. And I had spent the whole trip, I wanted to get something that was specifically like Disneyland branded, because there was a lot of ornaments, you know, that they sell on both coasts. And I'm like, oh no, I need it to say, you know, specifically Disneyland. So I got this one, and they had these. I so regret that I didn't get, they had these for all 4 of the Walt Disney World parks, but I was trying to save money and I was like, oh, I won't get them. And I regret it because I have the one for Disneyland and California Adventure, and I wish I would have just gotten, so I would have had all 6, you know, but it's okay. It's significant of my Disneyland trip that year. And what I love is the actual tree. You can see like there's the haunted the bat from the Haunted Mansion. There's like a monorail. So it's like things from the park as well are the ornaments that Mickey and Minnie are putting up. Moving over this way, this is also one that I've had pretty much since I think the year that I started this tree. It was, I think I bought this at Disney Springs at the Christmas shop there. And it's one of those ones that I consider, you know, the fancy ones. The fancy, just like subtle Disney with the little hidden Mickeys on there. I have this bell, and like this Aurora came from the Disney store. Also, like you can see the Ariel there, that's like the pretty, I have a few of these, like the princess girls with like the pretty dresses. And then down this way, this was a Disney store one. I love it. It's Flynn and Rapunzel in the boat. And then I think that is the 4th one of that set of 4 that I was telling you about with the like cut out vintage looking Mickey. My parents got me this last year. I think this was from the Disney store, or it may have been a Disney Parks one that they ordered. And it is, look at that, a Christmassy tiki bird. Adventureland is my favorite land in Magic Kingdom, so I have a big thing for the tiki birds, orange birds, you know, all of the above. It's like that style, so this one I really, really love. Back there you can see my trash can. Disney did a bunch of these a couple years ago that were like the trash cans of the Disney parks. This is the one for the Polynesian, and fun fact, that came from Cast Connections. Our cousin that works for Disney took us into Cast Connections the one trip that we were there, and it was really exciting. We got to see what Cast Connections is all about. And yeah, so I always remember that, yeah, that was the ornament I got in Cast Connections because I wanted one of these trash cans so bad and I didn't want to pay full price for it. But then when we were in Cast Connections and I saw it, I think it was like $3 or something. I'm like, yes, getting that. So yeah, there's my trash can. Only Disney people would understand why we're excited about trash cans. This girl right here is one of my favorites that I had my eyes on this for so long. I'm pretty sure they still sell this too at Disney. It's a very iconic ornament. My parents got me this one year for Christmas a few years ago. Look at this. It is she like kicks like this, her arms and legs move. But she's modeled after the little rocket ornaments that are in the window display at Hollywood Studios during Christmas. So it's like so specific. Like you have to be in the know at Disney to like understand the full significance of this. Cause like you can look at it and just be like, oh yeah, it's a cute Minnie Mouse, just like ornament, but it also, you know, has a significance in the park. So that's why I just think this one is so cool. Down here, I want to start a new thing of every different Disney resort that I go to. I collect the ornaments specific to that resort. So when I stayed at Art of Animation last year, I got this, and it's an actual, because Art of Animation is, you know, the art resort, like Art of Animation, it's on a canvas, and I thought that was awesome. So I picked that up, and yeah, I think that's the only one that I have specific to a resort. So I need to get better at collecting, yeah, the resort specific. I should have looked when we were at Saratoga Springs back in October if they had a resort exclusive ornament. I can always like pick them up in the future. I mean, I've stayed there, you know what I mean? I don't have to buy it on the actual stay. Then this right here is the castle that came in that Disney Park Icon set. Back here, I think this was a Disney Store one a couple years ago, the Enchanted Rose. I have one of those Cinderellas that was from the Disney store. Did I show this yet? The Jungle Cruise boat that came from the transportation set that I bought at the Disney parks. Here is a Mary Poppins that came from the Disney store. More of those filler Mickeys. Then here's the one, this is the California Adventure Mickey and Minnie that kind of goes with my other one over there that was the Disneyland version. So this came from our 2017 trip, and I love the fact that the ornaments on the tree that they're decorating, like there's a trolley car there, you know, it's specific to the park. This was another Disney store one. It's the doorknob from Alice in Wonderland. But the reason I wanted this so bad was because I've always dreamed of one day I would like to, at some point, work for the Walt Disney Company and say that I am a cast member. So if you know the Disney casting building, you would know that this doorknob is very significant, that this is what's at the casting building there. So that was the reason that I really wanted this so bad. Here's the Ariel that came from that princess set that I got like as a child. This was from the Disney store a few years ago, and it's Belle when she's sitting on the fountain and like reading to the sheep. I really like all the detail in this, like the way it looks like the water coming out there. Have just some more like classic Mickey ornaments. So yeah, now I'm making my way back around. Let me do a little peruse. I think I've showed off pretty much everything. I'm sure I've forgotten something, but this is the overview. Here is my Disney Christmas tree. And another look at the village there. Yeah, we have the monorail that goes around, going into the Contemporary. This came from the Disney parks a few years ago. My parents bought this for me one Christmas. We had seen it in the parks, and they like instantly knew that I would love this for my Disney village, because I've always talked about doing what I've done this year of making like a Disney village. So yes, the transportation bus. I have this Little Mermaid castle here. And then there's the part that I've already shown, the Beauty and the Beast castle, Cinderella castle, Tree of Life back there. So yeah, that's the Disney tree. What do you think, Mick? Okay, so now in here, this is our like formal kind of sitting room in our house. This is where we have the Barbie tree. So the Barbie tree, like I said, these are all the Hallmark ornaments. My mom was in her early 20s, maybe even before that. She may have been a teenager when she got some of these. Like these have been for years, like in the works. And we have an entire tree of nothing but Barbie dolls. And my mom bought this Barbie angel around the time that she started this tree. And she said when she started it, it was like one or two. It was like right after her and my dad got married. And she would display, like, it was like, she had maybe 3 Barbies on it, but then had the rest of it was like all just like red and gold balls or something, like, you know, just ornaments as filler. And like now you can see we pretty much don't have any filler. It's just all Barbie. But yeah, around the time that she started the tree, she found this somewhere, and we've never seen anything else like it ever since then. So she's glad that she got it for this tree when she did. Yeah, I'll just take you through. So most of these are like the Barbie for this year. Like there's, I think that was last year's girl, the candy cane. That would have been Miss 2019. And then some of these are just like exclusive ones that Hallmark did, that they weren't the one, like the Christmas Barbie for the year, but like that's the, I think the Russian Barbie. We have like the classic Barbie, like the vintage Barbie girl. Like a Barbie Rapunzel, the different like fashion Barbie pieces, the Barbie bride. Then this was, here you go, most of them are the ones that, you know, are for the different various years they released the Christmas Barbie. Maybe this one was last year, maybe this one was 2019. I can't remember if it was 2019 was her or if it was her. And yeah, the gift that my mom always gives me, and I always know I'm getting every single year, she always will buy us, and I'll open it Christmas morning, the Barbie for this year. And then this one is special because my mom said one of the years that it was my first Christmas, Hallmark came out with this one. It's like a Barbie with the little girl there sledding down the hill. So that's very special. Because as soon as I came along, my mom made me a Barbie girl too. So yeah, this tree has always been very special for both of us. This girl might be my favorite. She kind of reminds me of Elsa. She gives me some major Elsa vibes there. Also, we have an I Dream a Genie Barbie, and she has, where's her little lamp? Oh, there it is. There's her magic lamp. My mom loves I Dream a Genie. It's one of her faves. And you see over here we have Miss Scarlett O'Hara as well. She is very pretty. So now down here, this is very exciting. So last year for Christmas, my parents started for me my very own village collection of village houses for the day that I have my own home and my own main Christmas tree. I'm starting early with, I have village pieces, so I'm gonna be able to take these into my home one day. So this is very exciting. And yes, some of the pieces that they have here, I actually have to fix this and turn this on because it had, this part snapped off, so wait, I think I can turn it back on now. Yes, here we go, it's working again. The little thing had snapped off a couple days ago, but, oh, there we go, it snapped off again. But, all right, it's gonna work eventually, I gotta fix it. But yeah, my parents were saying, this is like the Skyliner at Disney, you know? It's obviously not, but it's like, that's what it reminds us of, and they got it for me last year when the Skyliner had like first come out, so it's special, it has little gondolas. And we have this pretty house back here. Once again, I have a set of these animals that I put all throughout the village. There's a cute Christmassy house back there. There's a greenhouse. Also, I have, these came from Kinder Joy eggs. Like I was buying Kinder Joy eggs around the time Frozen 2 came out because they had cute little Frozen things. And it's Anna and Elsa ice skating as little kids, so I put them as, because I don't have any skater village people, so I put them as my skater village people right now. Over this way, I have a theater, some more people, a nativity outside of the theater. And then back there, that is an art studio, and you can actually see in the windows is like art pieces, which I think is so cool. That one, my mom got me actually many years ago, but now I finally am able to, now that I have like my own little village, I have a place to put it. So yes, this is the start of my Christmas village. So now onto my travel tree. So my travel tree, this is one that, like I said, it's the newest tree. So it's not very big. You can see it's just like a kind of little bitty one. There is the actual, you know, a full-size tree over there. But this one I love, you know, for right now, it's a perfect size for the amount of ornaments that I have. But eventually, hopefully this evolves into a full-size tree. One of my favorite pieces, my parents got me this and I would always put it on my Disney tree. This was around the time that I started my YouTube channel. they got me this. I wanted a camera ornament around the time that I started YouTube, and so they had looked and found this one. I love that the flash is like this little gem. So yeah, I would always put that on the Disney tree, and I still could because, you know, Disney is my main theme of my YouTube channel, but I figured put it on the travel tree, you know, for it's representative of like all my adventures. Then I have this Florida ornament, which just has different icons of significant things, like their Space Coast, you know, the NASA Center, just kind of like generic palm trees, flamingos. I love this. Then I have this is a Hollywood, which this actually came from like Boscov's, like a local department store. I'm pretty sure the Florida one did too, but my parents bought this for me the year that I first like went to Hollywood. So, you know, it's, even though I didn't buy it in Hollywood, it's significant of that trip that I took. This is a Lily Pulitzer ornament that I ordered during one of their after party sales, and I just have it on here because, you know, it's tropical. Over here I have, this is actually a terracotta bell. And this came from New Mexico. I have this Caribbean ornament. It almost looks like a sand dollar, which I love that it looks like that. I gotta take that tag off. But this came from the Royal Caribbean cruise that I took. I think so. I don't think it was the first cruise I went on. No, that was more recent. I think that was the Royal Caribbean cruise. I have this lizard here because if you know me, you know I love my lizards, and that's how I know I'm in Florida, is when I see my Florida lizards. So I have that on there to signify my love of lizards and all things tropical. I have a Texas ornament down here, the Texas flag, and a Buc-ee's beaver, which we're getting in Florida, and I'm so excited about. But yeah, this came from a location in Texas. This beautiful, beautiful nativity came from, it's more of a local attraction. This came from Kitchen Kettle in the Christmas shop there, and you can see here, I left this tag on it. This was actually made in Bethlehem, and it is olive wood from the Holy Land. Very, very special. I love this. Also from Kitchen Kettle in that Christmas shop, if you go there on your birthday and tell them it's your birthday, they give you a free ornament that says happy birthday. So I have this on here because it's Jesus's birthday, and that is the reason that we are celebrating. So I put that by the nativity. Here is another Hollywood ornament, clapboard. This right here, Caribbean Island, came from Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic when I went to the Dominican. And I spent that whole trip trying to find, I wanted something that specifically said Punta Cana and could not find it like anywhere in the terms of an ornament. And because I really wanted it to be like specific, because I have Caribbean island stuff for, you know, different, you know, cruise ports, like the one that came from Nassau and different places. But they didn't really have it. So I settled for, I got this one, Caribbean Island, and I will just always know, I will know that that came from the Dominican. This came from Florida, as you can see. So this is one of those Starbucks ornaments. This is a Starbucks ornament that is just the generic state of Florida one. I got this, oh my gosh, look at that. I actually don't even know if I've ever flipped that over and realized there's a little pelican back there. How cute is that? I got this, one of the years that we drove down to Florida for the very first time. I think that was 2017 that we did that for the first time as a family. And coming back from Florida, I picked this up. We stopped at a Starbucks like it was right before we left the state border, and so it was still a Florida Starbucks, and I saw this and I had to get it. This right here came from Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which I just recently edited those videos for my cruise last year, where I went to Perfect Day Coco Cay in the Bahamas, which is Royal Caribbean's private island. Down here, another local travel destination, Hershey Park. We loved getting to go to the Christmas at Hershey experience this year. I will link that video that I did from this Vlogmas series this year. That was such a good time. This, if you remember when I was showing those ornaments that I bought for my family from Nassau, this is one that I bought for myself from that same artisan in that shop that was doing the hand-painted ornaments. And what I love is that there's actual sand on the bottom of this that actually like came from the island. So I think that's really cool. It makes it more special, you know? And it does say, you know, Bahamas on it. I have my Colorado keychain right there. There is another one of those Nassau ornaments from that same artisan with the sand on the bottom. This is one of my favorites because I like the pink little hut. That's so cute. This, if you remember my Florida haul video that I just did from our most recent trip that we came back from, I grabbed this in that Bargain World gift shop. Like as we're leaving the state, because I was having one of those impulse buy moments where we had to leave Disney World, and I was just like, I'm buying all the Florida merch. So there's that. I also have this alligator wearing a hula skirt. I have no idea where this came from. I think this was around the time I was starting my own tree, and my parents got this for me because it's significant of Florida. Love this. Here's probably the most recent ornament that I bought. Well, no, I guess the most recent ornament would have been that Florida one, but this came from the most recent trip when we went and did our road trip to Disney World, and we stopped in Savannah, Georgia. That was such an amazing day. I love the town of Savannah. It is beautiful there. So I knew I had to get a Savannah ornament for my travel tree. So I went through a lot of different ones. I was looking in the gift shop. They had so many different pretty Savannah ornaments, but I went with this one because I love the fact that you see like the mansions. We had done the tour that day of the different mansions there in Savannah, like the trolley ride through where we're getting to see all the mansions and the different sites of significance. So I love that it had the palm trees there, the carriage. It's very Savannah for me. So yeah, that is my happy little travel tree. I need some type of once I make it a bigger tree, I need like some type of travel related tree topper for it. And then down here, I have to give a shout out to, it's a Disney tree skirt, I know, but I bought this from Christmas tree shops a couple years ago. I've had this with like just random little trees that I've like had like either in my room or like different places around the house. But it fits perfectly around this, so we got a little Disney tree skirt. Okay, so the next tree, this is the final tree, is my critter tree. So like I said, these are all the ones that are made out of the all natural materials, and like I even have an angel. I got this around the time that I started this tree. It is an angel tree topper made out of, I believe those are like corn husks, like dried corn husks. Love this. So you can see all of these are just like different, like they're all animals, like animal related, made out of just natural materials. I love these so much. I want to go maybe this like Christmas week when they put them on clearance usually. I'd love to pick up some more this year. I'll kind of just start walking you through. This one also, I got this. This is one of my more recent additions to this. Look at how like perfectly preserved that daisy is. I can't even believe that. I want to know how they did that. And then you see the rest of just like this flower, all like the natural different leaves and flowers. This kitty cat pine cone here reminds me of my Mickey. Right here is this reindeer, and it has a red nose, so it's Rudolph. The dachshund, look at this little hot dog made out of pine cones. We have an owl, a penguin. I love that they made cotton for like his white belly. And then his wing is like a bean pod there. This did not come from the Brandywine River Museum. This is not an official critter, but I can't remember where I picked this up, but I just think, you know, it goes with the all natural like animal theme. I got this monkey here. A little, I think this is like a baby squirrel in a little baby carriage. When I saw this, I like just thought it was the cutest thing. He's like in a little carriage. Two little panda bears. A dog. So cute. So cute. This one, this may be one of my favorites. I really can't pick a favorite, but the fact that it's like an actual eggshell, they used an actual eggshell and made a bird coming out of his egg. Like, how cute is that? Then this duck, I love the detail in this with like, look at all the dried flowers that he has back here that he's sitting around, and there's like a piece of dried corn in his mouth. So cute. Then we have this beaver, and he has, look at all his little sticks, like he has been hard at work. Then this one is special for me because, fun fact, I used to take golf lessons in like middle school and kind of some high school, and I've been more recently trying to get myself back into playing golf. I love golf, so I need to prioritize it more and get back into the game. But yeah, so this one is very special that it's an actual like bear, looks like he's golfing. This one I love. It is 2 crabs. Look at them, it's like blue crabs. And there's like a sponge there. Like, look at the amount of detail in this. There's like a sponge. They use like walnut shells. They're like, you see shells there for like their claws. And there's also a seashell like somewhere on this way. Where is it? There's, oh yeah, like down in there, look. They have an actual seashell. Isn't that amazing? There's this moose. Lots of detail in him as well. A little mouse down here. A pig. This one I love. They're sitting, there's 2 bears sitting playing cards, and it looks like they have little glasses and like some snacks. Look at that. Just the amount of detail in this. Look at our little table. And this is called the When Pigs Will Fly, like When Pigs Fly one. It's a pig that looks like he's flying through the air. This one, I love that it's like a crossover of Disney. It's Winnie the Pooh with his balloon. Love that one. And here's like a little, I think it's a bear, little bear, or a squirrel. I think it's a bear. Got 2 turtles here. The ducks, love these, made out of the beans. So pretty. Got a pig in a boat. I like the details of the boat with all these dried flowers around it. This is a squirrel in a sled, I think. I love this, these little birds in a nest. This dog, this is another one, it's not an official critter, but I found it at some local shop around here, and I thought it kind of went with the, you know, natural look. It blended in, so I have that guy. There's this little rabbit with a carrot, a dried carrot right there. This is special because, like I said, we had our family dog, our poodle Buster, and this is an actual poodle critter ornament, so this is very, very special. And yeah, that pretty much, I think I hit all of the ornaments on this tree. So there is the critter tree. So I also just wanted to show some of our holiday decor. We have these Mickey and Minnie like greeter guys, this reindeer. And then if you watched our Hershey Park vlog, then you would have seen this Hugsy penguin that we won. And then this is a little Hershey moose that one of my students got for me. So cute. So we have this little display over here. Over here, this is a collection that my mom started a couple years ago. She loves these. These are like vintage. You have to go to like different antique malls and places to find these. These are vintage little cardboard houses. And so for Christmas, probably like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I bought her a couple of these to start her collection, and she's kind of been collecting them ever since. Love these. There's just so much history in them, you know, like you wonder whose home they were in and everything. And a ceramic little white tree here. I have a thing, I mentioned this in the Kitchen Kettle Christmas video, I have a thing for these ceramic trees. I think they are just so gorgeous. I love them. So yeah, you'll see this is my little ceramic tree. So yeah, we have that one in the center of this village. Our stairs here have this garland on them with the ribbons. We have a snowman over there. In here in our formal sitting room with the Barbie tree, we have this little display that we made with the poinsettias, the Christmas baubles. And over here on this little faux fireplace that we have, which does actually give off heat though, it's a heater. We have these, the chalices filled with the bubbles, and these little golden Christmas trees. Now pointing out a few of our significant decor pieces. Here's our Advent wreath, with our candles. We also have this Advent calendar that I've been doing. It is the Disney Chocolates Advent calendar. Look, they're almost empty because we don't have that much longer to go. But this right here, this we have had since I was like 2, 3, and it is such a special Advent calendar. We love it. We've not seen sold anywhere something quite like this. And it's, you know, here's your Advent calendar of all the days. And behind each door, when you open it up, is one of these ornaments. So you get to put each day one of the ornaments on the tree. And we always make a game of it, and we have for years, that we always say like what we guess what will be the ornament that comes out today, because we have all these like memorized, and we actually keep a little list in case we forget of like what all is in there. And we make bets and see who will be correct with what comes out of the little doors here. So yeah, today is the 22nd. So yeah, we only have 3 more left to go. You can see our tree is almost complete. And we always, when we put this back, we always put day 24 is always an angel that goes right on the top of the tree. But the rest we always put back random so that we can do our little guessing game. I will also insert some footage of at the beginning of this Advent season, we got an Advent calendar for Mickey. It didn't go over so well, but it's pretty comical footage. Okay. So today is December 2nd. So we are actually, Mickey, we are a day behind, but we're going to make up, you get 2 treats today. We got from Aldi's, right? This came from Aldi's. We got this kitty cat Advent calendar. And this is something in our family. We have like an Advent calendar that we've had for years, that we hang little ornaments on our tree every day. And it's, but yeah, so we love our Advent calendars, and we also love getting the ones for us that have the chocolates each day. Well, this is a cat Advent calendar, so we had to buy this as soon as we saw it, and I'm very excited. So we're gonna get to give Mickey, do you even know what this is? You never had an Advent calendar. We're gonna count down to Christmas. Okay, do you wanna see what's on your first door? Apparently the treats are salmon and sweet potato. So, okay, I have to find day 1 because they're out of order. What do you think?
He's interested, and he can smell them, I think.
No? Alright, we're going to try to open your little door. Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. What do you think? Oh my goodness, they give you a couple treats.
Oh, wow.
It's like in a little packet. Look at that.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh my gosh, you get like, there's like 5 treats in here. Mickey, what do you think? So we'll have 1 now, and then you can have day 2. We'll have to have maybe later. Oh,
His little dish is behind
so
you.
yeah, now we have your little dish. This dish actually came from the Japan Pavilion in Epcot. So if you watch the vlogs, how we always say every time we go into the Epcot, like in the Japan Pavilion, we're always like, oh, we have to look for something for Mickey, because he has a lot of his like dining ware comes from the Japan Pavilion. This one has a little kitty cat on it. So are you excited to have your treats? Let's open them up. We'll see what you think of salmon and sweet potato. This will be different. If I can open them.
He's not used to eating in the living room. We might have to move back to the kitchen.
And I'm ready to get scissors for this because I can't open it. Okay, so we opened up your treats. What do you think? What do you think of the smell? All right, here we go. Ooh. They're kind of bigger than his normal treats. I wonder if we'll... We may have to like crush them up. It goes back to his dry.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
Well, he's not interested.
Do you want Mom to cut them up for you?
Let me cut him.
Oh, Mickey. This would be an epic fail because, yeah, like you said, we have 24 days, Mickey. 24 days of these treats. So we were hoping you would enjoy. We should just next year get one of those standard Advent calendars and put his regular, like, or the, not that that's his dry food, but like his regular treats that he eats in there. What do you think? But this was supposed to be fun and something different. Also, do you like his Christmas? We have all these little placemats that we've collected from the parks. They come out with different ones periodically, and this is his Christmas one. So you're all set up for Christmas. And also your other 2 dining dishes that came from Japan Pavilion. All right, so look.
I cut them up, look.
Mom cut them up for you now.
Treats.
What do you think?
What do you think about that?
Is that better? Oh wait, maybe he's, okay.
Well, they must not taste great.
What do you think? Aw, I love you too.
Right, so let's see.
Let's do the test, because it could be, is he just not hungry right now?
Well, no, he was asking me for treats
Oh.
before we started this whole process, so.
All right, we dump those out.
Here's his regular.
Temptations.
Oh,
Oh, love the Temptations treats.
Treats. There you go.
There we go. Treats. Uh-huh.
Yep.
So you just don't like new things. Mickey. Now you're happy.
Well, we'll open the door every day and get
Anyway.
regular treats.
Some more decor pieces. We have another one of those vintage ceramic Christmas trees. Some of these we even have, like, some of our family members like made these, which is amazing. I am obsessed with these trees. I want to actually go to, you can now go, they're making a comeback, and there is some like ceramic studios that you can go to and actually like make one of these yourself, like paint them, and I would be all into doing that. And then here we have our nativity sets. And this is right on our entertainment center underneath of our TV. I love this piece, so beautiful. We have also on the entertainment center, this is one of those light up kind of snow globe effect lanterns. And then here is our fireplace with the stockings hung by the chimney with care, our Mickey and Minnie stockings. And then up here we have on the mantle, you see Mickey and Minnie stocking holders there. And another one of those ceramic trees. Love this, it looks so nice up there. And then I got these for my mom last year. They're kind of like in that theme of those village houses that she collects. So we have those up there this year as well. Yeah, so that is it. That is the holiday Christmas tree tour and holiday Christmas decor tour. I hope that you enjoyed getting to check out our Christmas trees. I really wanted to make this video this year for Vlogmas because when I put up the clips on Instagram, I was so happy to hear so many people were like loving seeing the pictures of the trees, and I love talking to people about, you know, their Christmas tree traditions and the different things that we put up here. So I'm very happy that now I get to share this with you guys. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. At this point when this is going up, it is like so close to Christmas, so Merry Christmas. I hope that you have a very wonderful time celebrating with your family and have a blessed Christmas, blessed New Year. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave me some comments down below, subscribe, all those things, the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, all that really does go towards helping to support the channel and in turn helping to support me. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that. Make today magical, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Merry Christmas!